Hello friends, welcome to the second installment of Chrissy Sells Her Decks. I have had a kind of rough week. I've been sick, moderately sick for a lot of it, and it's just caught me a little off guard, and I really wasn't able to do as much work with decks as I wanted to this week, but just a few interesting things. Like, those of you that know me know that I do tend to personify my decks. And there were two decks I had planned on putting up for sale this week that something is missing out of them. There's one deck, the Cosmic Dreams Tarot, that I can't find the box for, which makes no sense because I use the box as my sewing kit. So like it's got to be visible in my house somewhere and I can't find it. And the other is the Mysteries of the Black Madonna that I can't find the bag for. And I know exactly where the bag always is and it's not there. So yeah, those two will go up when I find when I find the rest of them. But as far as things that are left over from last week, I did want to talk about the Ritual Tarot because since the last time we talked, I realized that there was a box, which I found, and a guidebook, which I found, and the original bag that the deck came in. So it is not just the deck and the Krista bag, it is also now the box and the guidebook. So all of that is included in the Ritual Tarot listing. So I just wanted to update you on that. And now let's talk about decks for this week. So this is one, I think, like I say, they're all so hard for me to get rid of, but this is one that I truly enjoyed working with for the season that I worked with it. What I find really fun about the Charmcast Tarot is this deck was created by someone who lives just across the river from my hometown. So someone in southeastern, maybe even south central Ohio. It's eastern Kentucky. And I was shocked when I saw the address because I was like, oh my gosh, I used to work in a Kroger in her town. So this is the Charmcast Tarot. These are adorable little tiles. There's one for each card. It's, I mean, look at little Hermie. It's such a cute deck. It's really nice for casting. It makes such a beautiful noise. Again, I feel like I'm giving, look at the Four of Swords. I feel like I give the same little spiel for every deck, but it's the truth. I only buy decks that I love. I only buy decks that are adorable. Look at this Fool. But one of the things I'm learning is just because I like it, and just because it's cute, and just because, oh my gosh, I'm talking myself out of this, that just because doesn't mean that I'll use it. And it seems really unfair for these things to go unloved because they're sitting, this was in the drawer of my little side table for the couch, which is now Herschel's eating table. But anyway, I won't be heartbroken if this one doesn't sell. But this is the Charmcast Tarot. It does not come with the little necklace to wear one of them. It's just the tiles, just the cards. It is currently available, and she is asking $119 for the deck currently. I paid $129 on December 13th of 2021, and I am asking $75. You get the tiles, the little satiny drawstring bag, and the zip top bag, which is also like a nylon line. So yeah, this is a Charmcast Tarot, and I am asking $75. Clever, Chrissy. Next, we have the Gentle Tarot. This is the linen edition. I have edged this deck. I edged the, not the bonus cards. I left them unedged so there was an obvious difference. I edged these with a brown mild liner. I really like how it turned out. It doesn't rub off on the fingers at all. This is a deck we all know and love, right? It's beautiful. I'm just not using it. One of my favorite things about this deck, let's go to the minors, is it renames, which I usually don't like, it renames the court cards to seed, root, flower, and harvest. However, it gives you the Roman numeral at the top. So it moves, you know, it goes through the 10, then 11, 12, 13, 14. So I know what is page, knight, queen, and king. So I really enjoy this little extra clarification when the titles are changed. This is just a beautiful deck. I really like the way that the edging matches the brown border on the back. There's different colored borders for the majors, the wands, the stones, the cups, and the thunder. Uses thunder for swords. I always look at the 6 of swords because it's my favorite card. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with this deck. It has such good energy. It's so gentle. It's Gentle Tarot. It's pretty great. This is one of my favorite wraps that I had made. It's hard to tell because of the size of the fabric, but the it's whales on the fabric, which I really enjoy. And this is a lined wrap for this deck, and also the chunky guidebook. Yeah, still in really good shape. The deck is still in print. New, she is asking $28 for the deck and $26 for the book. I paid $32 for the deck on November 30th of 21. I ordered the guidebook as part of the Kickstarter for the pocket edition, which I have given away, goodness, a long time ago to my friend Sarah. But so she's asking, oh no, don't do math on camera, $54 for these two items new, and I am asking $35 for the guidebook, the deck, and the wrap. So this is the Gentle Tarot. Next is the Spacious Tarot. This is such a beautiful deck. I never got around to making a wrap for it, which I think speaks a lot to my lack of commitment to use it. I used it a lot when I very first was doing, I guess you would call them professional readings, when I first started reading for other people, just because I thought it was, for me, a really easy deck to read from. It didn't have a lot of extra information. It kind of let me focus on the skeleton of the card. I really like this deck. The Hierophant is beautiful. The Hermit, oh gosh, one of the things I really like, I love the Tower. And to me, this Tower implies that it's something that you get to put back together. Like, you don't have to be an architect to put the tower that fell down back together. With it being a cairn, it's just more accessible. The sun is beautiful. This Judgment is one of my favorites. Just so you know, like, the sun is really shining in my face, so I'm not able to see what I'm actually recording in the screen at all. So I hope I'm in the frame, but who knows? This is another one where the majors are changed to Child, Explorer, Elder, and Guardian. I think I have those in the right order, but I'm not sure. Where is the Eight of Pentacles? It's one of my favorites. I love the busy bee and the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles with this really structured and groomed hedge. It's just, let's look at the Six. It's a gorgeous deck. As with everything else, it's beautiful. I just don't use it. The wands are a little pippish, but I think they tell the story really well. I really like this deck. I bought the Spacious Tarot for $49 on August 30th of 2021. It is currently out for purchase with an asking price of $54, and I am asking $30 for the Spacious Tarot. Okay, I kind of can't believe I'm doing this. This is the Augenblick. This was my white whale. I saw this deck on a walkthrough. There's a specific card that had like major calling for me, and I had to have it. I searched this deck. I really searched for this deck. I ended up being able to purchase this deck from the beloved Thea from Garden Goddess Tarot, and it served its purpose in my collection. So I'll just go ahead and go right to it. The Eight of Pentacles. No, the Eight of Wands. Yeah. So the Eight of Wands is incredibly similar to a vision that I saw in a past life regression. And when I saw this card, I felt like I needed it to process that experience. And I did. And I feel like the deck has served its purpose for me. It is stunning. I mean, it's so evocative. If you are, if you have feelings of emotions that are connected to place, this deck is just, oh, I'm really questioning myself here. But I'm not using it. At the end of the day, look at this Eight of Pentacles. Look at this Nine of Pentacles. Other than an introductory post or an introductory spread, I don't know, and processing using that one card, I don't know that I've actually used this deck. What a great Five of Wands. And it has the bonus Library of Congress card. It's lovely. And it's also one of my favorite wraps that I've made. This has like the windows from like cathedral windows, and it fits the deck just perfectly. At the end of the day, I am not using this deck. It has not been out of the box in probably, honestly, a year and a half at least. And I don't know that other than flipping through it, I've opened the Oracle at all. Like, I'm not even, I could look through it and have no idea what's here. I haven't used it at all. Kinship's beautiful. How clever for miscalculation. The lines between us. Yeah, I'm sure it's fantastic. But I'm not, I don't use a lot of Oracle. Yeah. And it comes down to, it just feels silly to keep these when I'm not using them and when someone else could be using them in their practice. I do not remember how much I paid for these from Thea. And I am going to try, at first anyway, to sell them as a pair, because they felt bonded when they came to me. And I'm going to try to sell them as the pair. So I'm asking... I'm asking $225 for the pair of the Augenblick Tarot and the Augenblick Oracle. It breaks my heart a little. But I'd rather someone else have a full heart. Next we have the Radiant Crystal Oracle. This was a gift. I have not used this deck at all. I think I used it to photograph at some point. I think I used it with some of the crystals in my collection when I was working on my little guidebook to my own collection. It's a sweet little deck. It has a watercolor, like a watercolor backing, and then maybe a photography. I don't know exactly how these are set up, but I really enjoy. Goodness, it's sunny. I hope this is okay. So the crystal, a few keywords, and then the back has the chakra, the sign, an affirmation, and some of the energetic properties. It's just such a cute little friend. This is the first edition. It is a thicker cardstock, oracle size, not super thick, but still kind of thick. And it is a, I think that's a rose petal finish. I really like it. I just don't use it. Like I said, this was a gift. It is currently, this is the first edition. The second edition is currently available at a price of $59.33, and I am asking $35 for the Radiant Crystal Oracle. So this is the first edition Lilith, and I really have no idea how to price this puppy. I have seen everything from $25 to $135. So I really don't, I'm just making my best guess here. This deck is beautiful. I just did not, it just didn't speak to me at all. There's a little guidebook. I really had such intentions to study all of the different symbols and principles and colors and creatures. Like this kind of has the same feeling for me as the Spirit Keepers, as in it just carries a haha, I'm something else that is, this emperor with the shh is something else. It just feels like it has secrets that I don't have time or interest necessarily to learn. And I feel like it taunts me a little. And that's not the energy that I want in my house anymore. I realize that's completely me, right? I am taunted by it. It doesn't taunt me. I want to be clear. There are some things about this deck I really like, but it took me, they're not even exactly in order because it's confusing to me. I counted to make sure there were 14 of each suit and that all of the majors were there, but it's, I just never spoke its language, and that's okay. I didn't speak its language. I'm not motivated to learn its language, and I'm not really a guidebook person anymore. So this is the Lilith Tarot. It does have both of the bonus cards. It has Lilith and the Devil. It has, they're in here somewhere. I know, I saw them. I'm just not sure exactly where I put them in the deck. That's gonna bug me. Hold on. Aha. I put them for some reason between the Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune. But we have Lucifer and Lilith in this deck. This is the wrap that I made for it. I really tried to match the colors here with the colors of the suits, with the red and the teal and the bluish gray and the yellow. So that was my reason for picking this fabric. This is the Lilith Tarot. It is going, this is the first edition. I paid $33 for it on May 14th of 2022. There is a second edition that I believe is currently in print. I didn't write down how much they were asking for it. My apologies. You can do the research if that's important for you. And I am asking $65. This is another really cool deck that I just didn't use. This is the Fox Universe Tarot, a self-care oracle. I don't know that it really knows what it is. And I think that's part of my confusion with it. I tried to use it as an oracle and I really liked it that way. That's a beautiful card. When I tried to bring the structure of a tarot into it, it just confused my brain. I bought this forever ago. I bought it on August 30th of 21. And I used it a lot when I first bought it. I think my friend Tina actually bought it too. I think we talked about it when we met in Cincinnati. But it's a beautiful little deck. It worked, I thought, really well with is it the Chakra Oracle? There's a colorful deck that I'm not getting rid of, that it worked with really well. I thought the black and whiteness of this, I think it also worked well with the Vessel. It's just a good little deck. I just don't use it anymore. I think it's one of those, again, that served its purpose. And then I just held on to it because I held on to everything for a long time. So yeah, so this is the Fox Universe Tarot Self-Care Oracle. I paid $42 on August 30th of 2021. I'm putting that in the lid. Let's try to put it in the right place. It is currently for sale for $55 new, and I am asking $30. This one makes me sad. This is the Playful Heart Tarot. I open it from the bottom so I didn't break the seal. I like this deck. I like it a lot. I bought the edition that the creator actually edged. The majors are in gold, the cups are in blue, the pinnacles are in green, the swords are in purple, the wands are in pink, and then the bonus cards in the back are edged in this orange color. I think when I bought this deck, the only ones available were the ones that had been pre-edged. Gosh darn it. Is this just the cutest little guy? I purchased this, one, from a place of FOMO, and two, from a place of absolute cuteness. I thought I would work with my inner child with this deck. Honestly, friends, as I'm flipping through, I think I'm about to decide that I'm keeping this one. The Six of Swords is gorgeous. Okay, now when I The Queen of Swords reminds me of my mother-in-law. How cute is she? I haven't used this deck. It is a linen cardstock. It shuffles absolutely beautifully. It is fun. I take out the extra cards. I take them out and I use them kind of as a clarifier when needed. I do not have the guidebook that goes with it, and it's hard to find. It's currently out of print. I think it comes in and out of print, but it is currently out of print. I don't have the guidebook that goes with it, but this does have the, I'm going to say it's 7 bonus cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 bonus cards, and it was edged by the creator. I'm going to go ahead and let this go. I paid $68 on December 2nd of 22, and since it is out of print, I am asking $125. All right, I'm doing the thing. Here's the Majestic Earth. This is one of the first wraps that I made, so it is not perfect in any way, shape, or form. It's all jacked up, but I made it to fit this wrap or this deck, so I will throw it in. The top edges of the box are dinged. I got them. I received it that way, and as the Augenblick originally belonged to Thea, I bought this deck from Don Michelle. So I think that's kind of cool that there's that legacy of tarot tubers with this copy of the deck. This is the guidebook. It's so soft. I like how it is succinct, but it tells you what each piece is. Yeah, it's a nice little book. It has this copy has 5 bonus cards, which are landscape and beautiful and just so, oh my gosh, how gorgeous. So evocative. I mean, that as an air, it's just stunning. Yeah, there is nothing wrong with this deck. The edging is still intact. It has been shuffled I would say no more than 25 times or so by me. It's one of those I have flipped through, but I really haven't read with it. I mean, it's beautiful, but I feel like even from the beginning, this was a deck that I bought to have, not to use. And I think that's how I'm really trying to gauge what I keep and what I rehome is based on usage. And this simply is not a deck that I'm using. It's beautiful. It's so like visceral. It's so root chakra. It's a great little friend. But it's a friend that would be better utilized by someone else. So this is the Majestic Earth Tarot. I paid, I want to say $150 for it from Don Michelle, and that was years ago. And I am asking $250. And something I should have said about the Majestic Earth was it recently sold on eBay for $285. So this is Shop Chrissy's stash for this week. I am going to sell the Playful Heart because if I'm releasing based on usage, I'm not using it. I'm not using it. And I had decided that was my criteria. So here we go. Things from last week that are still available are still there. And with a heavy but happy heart, because we can hold two things at once. I'll see you next week.